Ubisoft has released an extended look at the exciting and action-packed open-world Star Wars Outlaws game. Not much in the way of story, but there's plenty to cover, including characters, gameplay mechanics, side quests, and gameplay, so let's jump straight in. Starting off with how the game displays, environments and worlds look to have taken inspiration from the OT, Jedi Survivor, and even the sequel trilogy. Towns feel very lived in, with NPCs and interactive characters bringing an exciting pulse to the world scene in the game. You can almost feel the day-to-day of Tatooine. Towns feel layered, with characters and locations for the gamer to interact with, whilst not feeling overloaded for those who prefer a linear gameplay style. As we see Kay traverse the variety of environments, gameplay looks and feels very smooth. Entering planets after exiting hyperspace is a cool mechanic. As you enter a planet's atmosphere, it's awesome to see we have a choice of settlements from which to land on, opening up a broad select of missions and giving the player even more agency over how to experience the game. When stepping off the Trailblazer and into the world, going about our own pace as the gamer seems like the order of the day. I love taking my own time, especially in open world games. I much prefer to have agency when it comes to exploring each corner of a world and choosing to take on missions at my own pace. Interacting with side missions and traversing planets to see what's on offer in the way of side quests is a great way for the player to take a breath and step away from the more intense, mission-led side of the game. Gameplay-wise, mechanics look inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2, with the slow-motion aim and blaster fire gun mechanic, GTA with the Wanted system, and then we have elements from both Battlefront and Jedi Survivor, especially when traversing the planets in the more linear parts of the gameplay. Looking at the variety of planets on offer in Outlaws, and we now know from the gameplay trailers that we will be heading to the previously mentioned Tatooine. In addition, missions and quests will also allow the gamer to explore Toshara Moon, Akiva, Kijimi, and Canto Bight. The variety here is more than we could have expected and offers up an experience unlike anything seen before. One element of Jedi Survivor I couldn't quite get on board with during gameplay was the requirement to head back and forth from one planet to the next, over and over again, to unlock the next mission. In Outlaws, with a more condensed and lived-in environment, I hope we, the player, get to spend more time experiencing our own path and heading to planets when we choose to, instead of being prompted to, in order to push the game forward with the next mission. Talking of missions, Ubisoft talked in depth with regards to what looks like a core mission element within the game, whereby the player has to track down a variety of bounty hunters to acquire new skills in order to increase Kay's overall skill base and progress through the story. This mission structure sounded like it comes with plenty of hurdles and side missions intertwined. The credit system will be a central focus for the gamer. How we spend these credits is yet to be explored in gameplay trailers, but I'm hoping we get to spend our hard-earned credits updating the Trailblazer, purchasing weapon upgrades from local stores, and bribing security guards to explore further reaches of missions and environments. Moving on to characters, and Star Wars fans are in for a treat. Kay isn't quite a bounty hunter, but will run the gambit, coming across many of the well-known canon crime syndicates in the Star Wars world. Kay's central story will see the gamer cross paths with the Hutts, choosing to side with them or double-cross them. Then there's building a reputation with the Pykes Syndicate, unlocking perks along the way, and opening up exciting brand new missions in order to acquire additional credits. The standout character at this stage is, however, Nix, our closest ally in the game and more than just a furry partner in crime. As seen in the gameplay, Nix will help us secure locations, distract enemies using the environment around us, and even taking down enemies to help us progress through the missions. BD was an awesome side buddy in Jedi Survivor, but Nix looks to be central to the story and bringing with it a more enjoyable gameplay experience. something I felt Jedi Survivor lacked at times, feeling one-dimensional. There looked to be a blend of both open world and linear gameplay in the Outlaws gameplay trailer. Whilst exploring planets, hubs and side quests, the gamer will have choices and decisions to make. During actual missions, the gameplay looked linear in its arrive here, steal this, dodge the Empire, and escape in a flurry of pew-pews. Hopefully this blend works, but I'm definitely hoping for an overall more open world experience. One exciting mechanic that stood out to me was the wanted system. Make a bad choice, lower your reputation, and gangs will come looking for you. This is a cool mechanic and means the player will need to watch their back when exploring environments and heading off-world. This mechanic felt very similar to the wanted system in GTA, adding a great layer of anxiety to the player's overall experience. Overall, as someone who loves open world games, exploring what's behind every door and unlocking side quests, Outlaws is looking extremely promising on all fronts. Seeing lived-in worlds, an ambience to the hubs, and engaging in space combat all leads to Outlaws being an exceptional open world game and a fantastic addition to the Star Wars game catalogue. As a huge Star Wars fan, I'm excited to see more before the game releases, and will certainly be there on day one to explore the story with Kay, take on the Crime Syndicates, and no doubt want a pet Nix of my own. So these are my first impressions, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts too. Be sure to like this video, subscribe for all our Star Wars adventures, and may the Force be with you.